Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. I am Hitman Cause. Welcome one and all to your official predictions for NXT Great American Bash and WWE Evolution. And of course, I'm not alone in this endeavor. Please welcome, as always, the humble man, Gary Gay. Welcome to the Contracts.
Yo, what's good, my man, Cause Pan.
And shit, man. You ready to get down with this?
Let's do this shit like Brutus.
Alright, to start things off, we have Javon Evans versus Jasper Troy. I'll be honest, up until this past NXT, I didn't even know that they were beefing.
Right.
But after freaking they started fighting all throughout the night, it was there, so hey.
Exactly.
And of course, you got the typical David versus Goliath matchup. I honestly don't know who's gonna win because you got Javon Evans, he's been there a good minute, and then Jasper Troy, he just pulled up because he won LFG,
Exactly.
and he had those matches against Obafemi, so there's that. So he is a newcomer, but at the same time he still has gotten his feet wet.
Right.
But as far as who's gonna win, I really don't think it's a toss-up, to be honest. Because
yeah, I agree with you. Sorry to cut you. Honestly, it is a draw.
Because Jasper could use the momentum, considering that he's taken two straight losses to Obafemi.
Right.
But at the same time, Javon Evans could also use the win because he hasn't been on TV much lately.
Right. Exactly. That's word.
It is what it is. Moving on, we have Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe versus Fatal Influence in a tag match.
Right.
Now, obviously, this match is obviously done to help Blake Monroe get her first match. We can have the fans get familiarized with her. And then at the same time, this is also building hype towards the NXT Women's Title match at Evolution. So it is what it is.
Exactly.
So honestly, more or less, this tag match doesn't mean it doesn't mean much to anybody except for Blake Monroe.
Yeah, exactly.
So honestly, what should happen is that Jordan and Blake should win. And Blake should get the pin.
That would be interesting.
But in any case, they lose, and Fatal Influence wins. I say JC James should be the one that gets the pin.
I say, honestly speaking, I agree with you, my man. I agree with you.
Yeah, I really don't have a favorite in that match either.
Got you.
Moving on, we have Sol Ruka versus Izzy Dame for the Women's North American title.
Oh yeah.
Now this one's quite interesting because Tatum Paxley, I wouldn't say she joined the culling. She just mainly tagging along with Izzy Dame just because she's doing this whole clingy, heartbroken gimmick based on Gigi Dolan and Shotzi getting released.
Exactly.
But if anything, honestly, regardless of who wins, I think the match is gonna get out of control from Zarya and Tatum Paxley.
Oh yeah, that's a huge.
Because like they're either gonna fight each other or Tatum might distract the ref, and then Zarya cuts her off, and then they're both gonna get tossed, and it'll be so looking easy game. You know?
Right. Oh yeah. That's a big possibility.
Yeah. But with that being said, I gotta give this to Sol Ruka because no offense to Izzy Dame, but she isn't ready yet.
Well, I see what you mean, honestly speaking. So it's like, nah, you make a valid point, bro.
Like she's getting there in ring wise, but she's not ready yet.
Right. Exactly.
Moving on, we have Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the North American title.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, this honestly is going to be a real good one.
Word.
Like they're both gonna leave everything in this match. It's gonna be absolutely crazy.
I think it will too. I think everything on the card's gonna be crazy because NXT delivers, but there was some NXT previews that weren't so great. But this one right here, we'll see. Like you said, that match, they're gonna put it out there. They will.
Yeah. And with that being said, I definitely gotta give it to Ricky Saints. I honestly feel he's gonna get the title back.
Yeah, well, that's a possibility.
Because the only way I see, I see Ethan retaining is if the Vanity Project interferes.
Exactly.
Which, in that case, it'll be legal because it's Falls Count Anywhere.
Exactly.
So,
nah, for real.
So definitely, keep that. Definitely keep that in mind.
Word.
Then we have the main event.
Right.
Obafemi defending against Yoshiki Inamura.
Oh hell yeah.
Inamura has definitely shown that he has the tools and he just might be ready. So with that, and honestly, given Obafemi's dominance and whatnot, I think it might be time for him to come to the main roster. So, so with that, and honestly, and given the video package of all those Japanese wrestlers wishing Inamura luck, I honestly think that they're giving. I honestly think that Inamura is going to win. But
Right.
But because with all that effort being put towards the video packages, it wouldn't make sense for him not to win. And like I said, I think it just might be Obafemi's time to come to the main roster. But what was that? Alright. Yeah. There was. So, what happened? Alright.
Yeah, great.
Now that does it for that pay-per-view. Now, what happened?
Oh yeah, I'm doing the women's part.
Yeah. Now for Evolution.
We're done.
Now to start things off, God, I wish this was not here. Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus. The words cannot, words cannot describe how much this fucking pisses me off. I am so fucking sick of seeing this overrated, overhyped, blonde-headed attention whore constantly coming out of fucking retirement, stealing the fucking spotlight from every woman that's busting her ass right now. Bitch.
Exactly.
Yo, bitch, how many fucking times are you gonna fucking show up and steal the spotlight from people who, from women who actually deserve it, unlike your motherfucking ass?
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm so fucking sick of Trish, man. She shouldn't, and anybody can spare me about what she's done for the company or whatever. I don't give a flying fuck what she's done. This pay-per-view should be about the women of today. I don't need some fucking old overhyped talentless fossil coming here stealing the spotlight, being the fucking attention whore that she is, and she is an attention whore. She's been an attention whore since she's debuted, and it's only gotten worse since then. Like, seriously, fuck Trish Stratus. I'm so fucking sick of the stupid ass bitch being here.
Oh my God! I told you before. I told you it was gonna go off. It's gonna be a good match. Tiffany's gonna retain. She's gonna put Tiffany over.
No. Fuck that. That match is gonna be bullshit. It's gonna be bullshit. It's gonna be garbage, trash, horrible, terrible, no good, -5 stars. It's gonna be shit. All because of Trish Stratus' worthless ass. She is gonna drag the whole fucking match down and ruin it. And she's gonna do what she always does and take the spotlight away from the women that deserve it. In this case, being Tiffany Stratton and literally every other woman that isn't on the card that could have been challenging that could have been challenging Tiffany Stratton.
Oh man.
Listen to my voice. Listen to me carefully. Evolution does not need Trish Stratus. WWE does not need Trish Stratus. I don't know why this bitch always feels the nerve to poke her motherfucking ass out here every time. You don't need to be here. You shouldn't be here. I don't want to see you on my screen. I'm sick of seeing you. You had I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna keep saying it till you go the fuck away and never come back.
Oh man.
I'm sick of seeing you. You don't need to be here. You already had your time. You won the women's title 7 times, even though it shouldn't have been that many fucking times. And Lord knows you damn sure didn't deserve all them brains compared to other women. Like you got women like Victoria, Molly Holly, Jazz. All of them deserve more title reigns than what they did, but they couldn't get it because your motherfucking ass was riding Vince's dick and making him happy. So he gave you all those title reigns. Don't believe me? Then why don't somebody fucking explain to me why the fuck this fucking whore was women's champion while she was fucking injured? She was legit injured on the shelf, couldn't wrestle, but yet they still had her hold the women's title.
Damn it.
It doesn't get any more blatant how much this bitch is in Vince's pocket. And now that Vince is gone, she's now in constant threesomes with Triple H and Stephanie. Like, and needless to say, I'm not watching this fucking match. I'm literally gonna be looking the opposite way on my phone, chilling. Wait, and I'm gonna have the TV muted. I don't want to look at the match. I don't want to hear the match. I don't want anything to do with this fucking match. Fuck this match. Fuck Trish Stratus.
Oh my god.
God.
Damn.
I'm so sick of that bitch. Anyways, moving on to much more important matters. We have Jade Cargill versus Naomi in a no-holds-barred match. You know, one has to think that this is going to be the final match of their feud, because you know Jade Cargill, she's queen of the ring. She's gonna challenge Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam, so she has her sights set on that. And then Naomi's Miss Money in the Bank, so you know, sure, they both have their sights set on the same thing, but at the same time, you know, at this point, you know, they don't need to feud anymore, so it makes sense for this to be the last match, you know?
Exactly. That's right.
So, with that being said, honestly, I want to give it to Naomi just because Jade Cargill has constantly won the other matches, but I think they're just gonna still give it to Jade.
Oh, well, they could give it to her, give it to Marlon.
Yeah. But I gotta say this about Naomi. I'll admit she's definitely doing the thing with the heel turn, but also on Twitter, someone needs to take her phone, because she has been absolute. I know I said it last contract, but still, bears repeating. This girl has been absolutely wild on Twitter. Like, I know you don't have Twitter, but yo, she's been saying the craziest things on there, man. And a lot of them were about what she does with Jimmy Uso.
Right.
Then there was also a time where she showed the contents of the briefcase, where of course there was a contract, but she also had a taser, caution tape as usual, and even an action figure of Jimmy Uso. It was crazy. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Both Jade and Naomi killing it. You know, Black Excellence doing their thing. It's wonderful. Moving on, we have Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria in a triple threat match for the women's IC title. I'm gonna keep it a buck. As long as Lyra doesn't win, I'll be happy. Cause you know, I'm not a fan of her. You know.
Right.
But other than that, you know, it doesn't matter to me who wins between Bayley and Becky, as long as Lyra doesn't win. But I will say, given the way things are going with Lyra and Bayley, I think one of them's gonna turn heel.
Oh yeah.
Either that, or they're gonna start to feud with each other. And if they are going to feud with each other, then I say that Becky is going to retain so that they can properly feud with each other, you know?
That boy.
But overall, I think that match is definitely going to be wild. Moving on, we have... We have JC Jane versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship.
Right.
I'll be honest. I want JC Jane to win. The biggest reason why I want to is because I don't want Jordan Grace to get the title just yet. Not yet. Because I still feel it's well, for me, I just don't want her to get it yet. The biggest reason,
Right.
and honestly, the biggest reason right now is just because the narrative that they're having storyline wise with JC Jane, where people saying that she's the most beatable champion. And for me, what I want that to cause or to trigger is for her to have a really long title reign. Hell, maybe even as long as her former Toxic Attraction member Mandy Rose. And then once she has a long reign, she could rub it in people's faces and be like, "What happened? I thought I was the most beatable champion. I thought I was the most beatable champion. Well, look, how you like me now? You know?" And I'm not saying she's got to have it as long as Mandy Rose or Shayna Baszler or even Asuka, but I still say give her a long title reign and take this whole easily beatable champion narrative and run with it.
Exactly.
Because in my opinion, it writes itself.
Exactly.
Because honestly, it reminds me of the Giants, I think 2022 season. What a magical season it was. Sour ending, but I remember back when they were like 7-1 and 8-1. Everybody kept saying that we were the worst 7-1 and 8-1 team there, and we took that as a badge of honor, and we kept mocking people with it. Like every win we kept getting, we were saying we're the worst this and this team. We're the worst this and this team. Or we were like, not bad for the worst this and this team, huh? And that's how I feel, you know.
Oh wow.
Anyways, moving on, we have Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Title.
Yep.
Now, honestly, Rhea has to win this match because.
I ain't do that.
Go ahead.
So now I ain't going to make you there. She must.
Yeah, because the constant narrative that they're having is that they're constantly addressing how she's never beaten Io Sky.
Right.
And so the way I see it, she has to win to shut everybody up. And if not, and if she doesn't win, then in my opinion, she should not challenge for the title anymore as long as Io's champion. At least that's my opinion.
Nah, you got a point. That's a great one too.
And
great point.
And the match is definitely going to tear the roof off the joint because they always bring their A game every time.
Right.
Moving on, we have, in my opinion, I think will be the match of the night, which is the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the Women's Tag Titles. Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez defending against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss from SmackDown, Soruka and Zarya from NXT, and the Kabuki Warriors from Raw. Now, given all that talent, number one, the youngest people in the match, Soruka and Roxanne Perez, they have lots of veterans to learn from. So, and with them already as talented as they are, I can only imagine that they're definitely going to hold their own, given their track record. But not only that, with it being a fatal four-way tag, I know that this is going to be wild from start to finish. Absolutely wild.
Oh yeah.
because especially the Kabuki Warriors, I know they're gonna go insane. So Ruka, given how athletic she is, she's gonna go off the walls, and then everybody else is gonna fill in the gaps. And honestly, it's gonna be a recipe for success.
No, that's correct.
And in the end, the real winner is gonna be us, because we're gonna get the match of the night. We're gonna be at the edge of our seats, if not out of our seats. Our hearts are gonna be racing from this match. I promise you.
Most definitely.
And for me, and this is just me, I want the Judgment Day to win, just because, it's crazy. At one point, they were on top of the world. Finn and Damien were the tag champs. Dominic was North America champ. Mommy was women's world champ. Then they had a decline where no one had titles, or it was just Liv, or it was Raquel and Liv, but everybody else wasn't doing much other than jobbing or whatever. But I can honestly say, like I said last contracts, they've resurrected themselves. Because now, once again, everybody's a champion again. They're back on top.
Exactly.
And for me, just because I've been a Judgment Day fan from day one, you know that. Me, I wanted to keep going. I want them to remain on top once again and stay there.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's why I got the Judgment Day in this. How about you?
Yeah, I think Judgment Day wins, too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's going to be dope. Now, honestly, both of those events are going to be dope. And I will even still give a shout out to Saturday night's main event. I'm pretty sure that's going to be dope, too.
Right.
Like this is gonna be a hell of a whirlwind of a weekend for wrestling fans. Like we're getting spoiled.
Yeah, we truly are.
And I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying?
Too, bro.
Yep. So with that being said, that's gonna do it for this episode of The Contractor. I definitely want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and chill with your boys. I definitely want to thank the Humble Man, as usual, coming through, kicking his wrestling knowledge.
Oh, you already know my man Cosplay, and then we'll be right back ahead coming at y'all with the results for both of NXT Great American Bash and also for WWE Evolution.
Yes, sir. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Comment if you feel like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And as always, by way of Struggle Vision Productions, it's the Hitman and the Humble Man. And if you see us coming, run.